Wear a dog mask, cut your dick off, bomb Palestine.
The good news is that you are not alone.
There's butthole shaving videos.
Feel bad for the minorities in LA for having to deal with the white people in LA.
You have 5 till midnight, live every Monday at 8 p.m. where you join 5 Limp Bizkit Americans to laugh at the absurd nonsense of the end of history.
Shit show right there.
Sam, stop it!
All right, everybody, hello, and welcome back to your favorite Monday night show. This is 5 till midnight, and as per usual, we have absolutely nothing to talk about right now. So, Toad, how you doing, man? Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back. I could be better.
could be worse too, I guess, right?
I could be dead. So I mean, maybe that would actually be an improvement.
Might be better, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
See that guy who just jumped off the Atlanta Turnpike or the highway in Atlanta? That could have been you, and it wasn't. So, you know.
I didn't hear about that. Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Some black dude, of course, because it's Atlanta, jumped off like a fucking freeway thing and just didn't make it.
It's probably a net positive to society, though.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right. So, well, you know, maybe I should ask, since there's this might be a little bit prominent. Let's say Tehran could do the funniest thing in the world, and they had a nuke just ready to go. If there was one city in the country that you would nuke, hypothetically, YouTube, before anybody
in Minecraft, for the love of God, why are you phrasing it this way?
Well, I'm saying hypothetically. Okay, hypothetically, in Minecraft, they could nuke one major city in the U.S. Which city?
L.A.
L.A.
Right? That's pretty. You ever roll with pedos and queers?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Jewish people there.
Seattle, Washington.
True.
I would maybe New York, just because it's so on the nose. Another 9/11.
I can't have that happen twice in my lifetime. They got to move to a different city. How about Chicago? You're not losing anything in Chicago.
No, we're not doing that.
Typo really jumped on that one.
Yeah, because it's probably in the fallout zone.
I might be far enough, but I'm a Chicago Bears fan, so I can't have that doing shit for me.
East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Fuck you, dude.
Drop the nuke on East Rutherford, New Jersey in Minecraft.
Pennsylvania.
Hey, we
East Rutherford,
Palestine. Just throw a curveball.
Palestine, Ohio.
Palestine, Ohio.
East Palestine, Ohio. Yes.
Yeah. Man,
It'd be real funny.
Yeah, straight punishment.
If Iran was like, we're going down, and they just fucking hit Japan again as a joke.
They're like, all right, guys.
We know how this goes. Boom.
Yeah. Like, I know you're still living in the fallout from the last one, but we're just gonna drop it right on Hiroshima
we're
again.
not losing anything, really. You guys built it back so fast the first time. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you have so many people there. They're so skilled. You know, you're fine.
Oh, man. Did you see that tweet from Trump today, or like an hour ago, being like, everybody evacuate Tehran?
Yeah, it don't look good.
Yeah, it does not look good. It does not look good.
Yeah, it's like kind of crazy when it's coming from our president. It's like, are we about to do something? Or is Israel about to? It sounds like they're about to drop a nuke. Is like what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But like, what is he saying though? Like, everybody get out of there. We're gonna nuke the empty city, and then you can go back.
Yeah, you just don't go back. Also, fuck you, Cole. Don't fucking blow up Staten Island. I don't know. I mean, was it like see, I took that as two ways. Was he being like tipping his cap to like, we're gonna do something, or like, hey, I have inside info that Israel's gonna fucking hit you with something, you should get out?
It's so hard to know what to believe, because if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said that Trump would have immediately intervened on behalf of Israel. Over time, I think there's a little bit more room here, but you also have to remember that Trump did kind of campaign on bombing major cities in Tehran. Not like all the time, but he said it enough that it was like a theme that, yeah, we will, Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. There were people that said that they had a deal that was supposed to be signed on Sunday. I'm going to be honest, I don't believe that. I think with a lot of these negotiations, Trump and Witkoff are just kind of phoning it in. They tell everybody, hey, look at these negotiations. And then if things go south, they're like, we tried, and then all right, do whatever you're gonna do. And I think this is another one of those cases where he probably didn't want BB to do it because he knows it's gonna be a disaster on his hands, but he's also not gonna pull the leash on him and tell him you're not doing that. And hence now there's literally a video that someone just sent over in one of the group chats I'm in of that stupid Gunther Eagleman dude who shared breaking 9/11. There's millions of people fleeing Tehran right now, so yeah,
That's not
it's
good. A lot of
No.
Swedish women gonna get raped.
In Minecraft though, so it's okay.
Yeah.
A lot more Troons are going to be in Europe now too.
More than already.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but like the most Troon population is in Iran.
Get the
really?
How is that possible?
Because they outlawed. They actually encourage sexual transition because gays are like outlawed. You can't be gay.
Like gay,
This is not a joke. This is real.
So it's like a workaround.
It's like
a loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they were doing that before it became like popular in America. Like I'm not even joking.
That's really the poop hole loophole.
Yeah. They're like, it's your call, roof or get your shit cut off. You pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, but
that's
like
wild,
in America,
dude.
we have both. Like, there's no like you can just pick one. But in Iran, it was like, do I just chop it off or do I like fake it and get married and just sneak away at night? With,
How
like,
dedicated are you to the cause?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's fucking insane.
How
Yeah,
are
it
so
is
many
crazy.
people choosing that though over just lying?
Yeah, that's a good point too. How are so many people like, you know what? I'm doing it. Is it like state sponsored? Like they pay for it?
I don't know if it's state sponsored. I don't know that.
Dude, like I would rather get caught and be murdered than cut my dick off.
Yeah.
Like those are the two options here. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think I'm just
crazy.
Yep, they're gay.
I got it. I have a question for the two former Marines here. What happens if we went to like full out war? Could you guys get like brought back in to like the corpse if you had it? If, like
Now
they
they're too
needed you?
old.
The corpse, Jesus fucking Christ.
I cannot. I don't know about Sam.
Well, it's when you're in World War III, the rules go out the window. But like the real, they used to do this thing called stop lossing or something. I think they called it stop lossing, and which is weird because that's like an investing term. But regardless, they would just stop people from getting out. They're like, you have to stay in. That was like during the height of the Iraq War, and that was with a few jobs. There's like a movie about it. But then there's also the inactive reserve. And the inactive reserve is what you're in before and after your 4-year active is up. And then there's 4 years on each side of that. So if you do an 8-year contract, you're good for 4 years in the inactive reserve and they can pull you back in very easily unless you're hurt or something. And then after that, you're completely gone. But World War III happens, the rules go out the window. And I don't know. I mean, they could try to call us back. I've always said that if they do that, I'm going to tattoo "fuck you" across my saluting hand. I'm not going back. But I don't. Oh no, I mean, I'm not going back. I'll go to jail. I'm a legitimate conscientious objector, so I probably wouldn't. But I will go to jail before I go back in, especially to fight a war with Iran.
Yeah, it would take like 2 years minimum to acquire the amount of troops we would need to like actually go into war. Because if you remember, well, I mean, I barely remember this, but I just read about it. But like the propaganda for Iraq kind of started like a month after 9/11, and that was in 2001.
Yes, it did. Sure did.
We didn't invade until 2 years later. So they had to like prepare, they had to activate the National Guard, the reserves, stop loss, recall people. So they actually had to like prepare our military for this invasion. And Iran will be harder than that. So
for sure.
They would have to, I mean, they would have to get the recruiting numbers up. They would have to recall. They'd have to activate the National Guard and reserves and potentially even
This would be like Vietnam, dude. This would not be like Iraq.
Yeah.
And Iraq was bad.
I agree.
Yeah, this would be very, very hard. I don't even know if we'll do, like, I'll be honest, I don't even know if we can do air support because we don't know exactly the weapon capabilities of Iran. because a lot of their stuff is in-house manufactured. Their air system missiles and all that. They even have anti-cruise ship missiles. So like they have a lot of very sophisticated missile systems that, I mean, our intelligence might know a lot more about it, but as far as I know, like maybe we can get some stealth bombers through there, but I'm not exactly sure. Like they might actually take some losses by sending aircraft over Iran because their missile systems are pretty advanced.
Yeah, isn't like Russia potentially just going to enter this war on the Iran side?
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I would assume they're already supporting them. Like I've already read that they're up their intelligence and they're probably sending stuff. China's
How does Russia
apparently gonna
have
send
the money or people? They're fighting a fucking never-ending war in Ukraine. How the fuck are they gonna do two at once?
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Like, and this is like the thing when it comes to BRICS is that like it's not a defensive alliance like NATO is. I think a lot of people have this misunderstanding. China also, when it came to Gaza, they were actually providing like medical aid, not financial aid, but they were providing medical supplies to both Gaza and Israel. So China's model with a lot of this stuff typically is like, we're just going to do business with everybody. Like we're not getting directly involved, but our hope is for peace. And we're going to, provide medical supplies, trade with everybody. They don't get involved. And like I said, with Russia, I don't think they really have the desire or want to really help Iran out in this situation because, they still, Ukraine's still going on. Who knows how that's exactly going? There's that whole minerals deal now where, I think they don't know exactly what the U.S. is bound to do. So it's so tough to say how everybody's going to react. But I still think there's also the possibility that a lot of this stuff winds down. I don't think it's a large possibility, but I do think it's a possibility. And also, I'm kind of hoping for the situation being that Trump just sends lots of money in aid to Israel. That would probably be like the best case scenario if, they're going to war anyways and keeps the U.S. out of it. Obviously, I don't want that to happen, but that would be better than the U.S. just getting directly involved and then us, continuing down the ladder of escalation here, if that makes sense.
Do you guys see all the gay orgy parties in the Tel Aviv bunkers that some guy was posting?
Yeah, dude. That
No
was-
way.
Okay, what?
Yeah, they were I mean, it wasn't like they were having sex in the video, but it was clearly a bunch of gay dudes in this bunker.
Dude, it's like the
And-
Matrix.
Tel
Remember?
Aviv, so-
And in the Matrix, the place is called Zion too, and they're all having that fucking.
Yeah.
They're all about to get invaded, and they're just having a fucking orgy. It's
Yeah.
exactly like that. It's
I actually
Zionism.
forgot it was called Zion. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Art mimics life. What's that phrase? Yeah, dude, it's pretty gay. It's like they're all coming out of the fucking like back to tank in Star Wars. So it's covered in fucking blue shit and cum, dude. It's gross. They're all sweaty and shit down there.
But like, just so you guys, people know that Tel Aviv is like Israel's gay city, right? Like they're liberal.
It's
and
like their
stuff.
San Francisco.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
super
like their
gay.
San Francisco.
I think every city is gay there, but
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure. I mean, a lot of them are very homophobic. I bet.
yeah.
Still,
They used to
probably
call it
gay,
"Don't
though.
Ask, Don't Tell Aviv."
Oh, really? That's pretty good.
That's funny. Oop, sorry, Kyle.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge escalation in this situation.
Right.
But I'm actually
Oh,
so far somewhat impressed. I mean, I don't like what's happening, obviously, but
Yeah.
I kind of figured if this would happen, we would have responded quicker. I mean, it could happen. It's only been 5 days or whatever. But so far, it doesn't appear that we have responded anyway. I haven't seen any news reports that but it looks like Iran hasn't, targeted us. But I think that opens up the door for, Iran to accidentally hit us or just straight up fucking false flag.
I think Iran, if they felt threatened by the U.S. in the region, which I'm sure they do to a degree, but like if they felt like the strategic bases near Iran from the U.S. were going to do something, then they would potentially respond. Because even like the fact that they bombed Tel Aviv, I was surprised by that because over the last decades, I mean, especially with Israel, the way they've assassinated nuclear scientists, different government officials, just for the last, especially over the last like 2 years. I figured, okay, the normalcy bias, right? Where Iran was just going to kind of eat it and be like, all right, whatever, this sucks, but we'll take it. We always do. But once the missiles started flying into Tel Aviv, I'm like, oh, Iran's not fucking around anymore. Like, they
Yeah, I mean,
are done.
the first couple of days, I mean, even I was like, dude, is Iran going to do anything? Like, this is crazy. Like, it's lobbing missiles at them, and they're kind of like just sitting on their hands right now. And their Twitter account was going off. Like, they were posting straight up anti-Semitic memes, dude. Like that.
I followed them for it. That
Those
Iran account was awesome.
Those weren't official Iranian accounts. But
Still funny.
Dude, they were great. They were hilarious.
but-
What was the one where they posted the Jew meme with the inside the devil fire?
It was
Yeah,
like
I know.
Iranian
I was like,
National
Jesus
Defense or
Christ.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Iran did say though that they would attack like UK and US bases if we intervened, like military
Right.
bases. So
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
Which is reasonable.
yeah,
Germany
really.
and
I mean, well, and that's the thing.
England.
Yeah, Iran's always been very reasonable. And like, even when it came to the negotiations under the Biden administration,
They're not only
when-
reasonable, they're restrained.
well, yeah, exactly. So
It's
under the Biden administration, they kept saying like, we will do anything to get sanctions relief, even if you just get back into the deal, and we have no guarantee that the next president will keep it. Like, we just want another deal. I've seen some people say that there's like Iranian hardliners that don't want a deal. I'm sure that's probably the case, but I feel like probably the overwhelming majority of the people in the Iranian government probably want a deal because they've had just the absolute worst sanctions on them for well over a decade at this point. So they're probably looking for any way to kind of get back into some sort of JCPOA kind of deal. And, right now you keep seeing Trump saying Iran can't have nuclear weapon. At one point, he got Israel to say like they'd be okay with enrichment. At that point, it should have just been like, all right, well, let's sign a deal then, because like this is as good as it's going to get. Iran's not going to give up enrichment. Back during the JCPOA, they never enriched past, I think it was 3.75% uranium. Now they're all the way up to like 60 or 61, I think. So really, the JCPOA worked for what it was supposed to do, but then Trump tearing that up essentially incentivized them to continue to enrich uranium at higher and higher levels. Now, I mean, what's the lesson that every single country has learned over the last couple decades? If you have nukes, the U.S. will leave you the fuck alone for the most part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Also, it is kind of funny how like the meme of like as they strike you, they cry out, and
they cry out as they strike you.
Yeah, it's people like have all these like especially right wing Republican accounts posting like Tel Aviv like destroyed, like they hit our cities. I'm like, you launched missiles at them. You literally started it. Like, what are you talking about? Of course they're gonna fucking respond. It's not Palestine, dude. You can't just walk through them. Like it's like they're just hurling rockets at your fucking tanks from the street. Like they have bigger firepower. That was a great Patrice O'Neill joke, by the way, when he's like, that takes real dedication just to stand in front of a tank, you have a rock, and you just try to throw it like you get fucked up. Yeah, dude, it's absurd.
Yeah.
I don't know what their plan is here either. Like, what's their plan? Just bomb this shit, then be like, all right, that was fun.
That's really all Israel has. Like, they can't send ground troops into Iran. They absolutely get slaughtered. So I think they're really depending on air superiority, and that's largely what they've done for the campaign in Gaza as well. It's not like they really had ground troops, which really, if they wanted to get the Hamas commanders, I have no doubt in my mind that they could have used ground troops to get all those commanders out. They would have lost some people, but it would have been way cleaner. And
That's
honestly,
fine. They're all pedophiles.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, they know a lot about crawling in caves, but essentially they would have maintained their image a lot better had they just done that. But no, instead, these people are fucking genocidal psychopaths that can't help but just destroy residential neighborhoods. And of course, Mossad headquarters are located right in the middle of Tel Aviv in a residential neighborhood. So all that talk about human shields, who's the one that uses them all the time?
Netanyahu was like, I understand America first, but I don't understand America dead. I'm like, bitch, we're 10,000 miles away. Where the fuck we are. No one's touching us, dude.
Yeah.
I was saying in the other chat earlier when you have all like people are like especially again right wing accounts are like, these are the same people that said we shouldn't have gotten involved in World War II to fight Germany. We'd be speaking German right now. No, he wouldn't.
No.
I said Germany probably couldn't even occupy England at the time. Nonetheless, go 3,000 miles across the ocean and occupy 3,000 miles worth of land with limited troops while they're fighting Russia anyway. And it's like it's such a fucking fantasy.
Yeah,
Never
they
happened.
literally couldn't.
No.
They were still being bombed by Britain. Wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's I don't know. I think it was Godside who basically like posted that about it's so crazy. Like all this, basically World War II revisionist is kind of becoming mainstream in a lot of way, and there's still like that boomer old trope about like World War II of like, well, we wouldn't all these people saying like, hey, we gotta make peace with Hitler, and it was we can't get involved in this war. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Like we probably shouldn't have, dude.
I'm a pro Semite now, by the way, looking at this image here.
Yeah, a bunch of chicks just holding assault rifles. We gonna shoot the missiles out of the sky, you dumb broad.
Yeah.
Hamas hides military amongst the civilian population.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Dude, they're allowed to just open carry. Like,
They're required to open carry. These are reservists. Israel doesn't have any civilians besides children.
Yeah,
seems, I don't know. In a way, it seems like a better policy.
Well, sure,
Those
that's fine.
children go through their own war over there. Don't worry.
But like the point is that they complain about targeting. They say that Hamas hides among civilian population, but Israelis have all of their military amongst all civilian populations all the time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter somehow.
Like Iran is the size. It's like Texas times 2 is the size of Iran, and
It's big,
Israel's like the size of fucking New Jersey, and I think they have a population of like 7 million. Iran has a population of 90 million. There is no way that Israel could march on Iran. It's like physically impossible. So the only thing that I feel like their only goal is to cause so much tension in America that we step in, that there's something that happens, or I don't know, that there's so much pressure in the Trump administration, or some sort of accident, or false flag, whatever. But I don't see what their strategic goal is. Like, there's no way they can destroy Iran's nuclear reactors. Like, that's just not, like, a lot of them are underground.
Right.
The war machine just wants an excuse for perpetual war.
All right.
Yeah, and is it true that BB? I saw this twice or a few times. BB fled to like Greece, like right after he started.
I don't know if he stayed over there or what, but he did flee to Greece.
And that, like, dude, even Zelensky stayed in Ukraine. Like,
BB's gay, man. He likes musicals like that.
Dude, did you see they said like 200,000 Holocaust survivors had to be evacuated until I'm like, there's just no way.
No,
There's just no way.
There's not even that many that exist, man. It's literally
exactly.
like, if you were born before 1930, whatever, then you're a Holocaust survivor now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And
it,
you'd
yeah.
be about 100. So
Yeah.
it's just not feasible. It's insane. I think if you look up like World War II survivors, that's like in the thousands, barely anymore, like from all the countries. Like,
But there were kids in there weren't kids in militaries, but there were kids in the concentration camps.
Yeah. Like,
what were you?
I'm not
2
saying-
months old.
Well, it's a difference of like 18 years. It's significance because the youngest soldier is going to be 18 or like 16, but the bulk is like 18 or 17 at the lowest. But the Holocaust survivor could be a few months old and survive. They probably wouldn't have survived if they were a few months
Kids
old
don't
because
they
they were
also-
My
malnourished.
point.
they also broaden the definition of Holocaust survivor. So if a Jewish person escaped Germany before they captured them, they consider that a Holocaust survivor.
You don't
Yeah,
get the
sure.
ribbon. You don't get the
They're
ribbon
pet-
for that.
well,
That's disrespectful
Well, they
to
were
real
there.
Holocaust
Yeah.
survivors who
Yeah.
got to the camps, dude.
the old
It's like
woman
the-
who was like,
Oh, we're gonna
considered
get tagged for
the
this.
Holocaust survivor, in Boulder, Colorado, or whatever, was a woman who like her family had moved out of Europe when she was like 4 years old or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, that
Like,
doesn't count.
I know.
Poland too. They consider, because Poland, they were a lot of victims there, but
In the whole thing.
they
Even
really
if you-
broadened the term,
Wait,
so it
Yeah.
captures a lot of.
I don't like how they're padding their stats. Like they're
Even
pumping
if
up
you're a
numbers in
kid
fourth
in the
quarter.
concentration camp, like if you were 3, do you really think you would remember like when your relatives being thrown in the gas chamber?
I don't remember
I
anything.
mean,
at 3.
that might.
Well, but
be
if
arguable.
if you were 3 years old in there, you're still a survivor of it. I would even say someone like Anne Frank, if she had made it and the typhoid hadn't gotten her. If she had made it and hid in that attic for the duration of the war, she's a survivor of that, I'd say, but not if you left beforehand.
Can we talk about the Anne Frank story for a second? Can we do that, or is that bannable offense?
Nope, please don't. I've already said enough. I know what you're going to say.
Okay, as long as we all get what I was going to say. Ballpoint pens weren't readily available for 50s is all I'm going to say.
Pen, father, and masturbation.
And also the changing of handwriting. But hey, who am I? I'm just some goyim. I'm just some dumb goy.
Yeah, get in line. You're being drafted first, Adam.
No, I'm old and mentally ill. I can't. I'm sorry.
Dude, imagine if the attic that they hit her in was creaky.
Jesus.
Wait, what? Oh, God.
Oh man.
No.
That's gonna be a minute.
I don't like it.
Oh man. But I'd be honest, like I don't really know like what's happening. Like, I mean, it's so hard in the first. Like, I remember like when the Ukraine war first popped off. Like, I sadly will admit this, but I fell for the like Ghost of Kiev thing. Like when it first fucking. I remember talking.
Oh, I
about
immediately
it.
knew that was bullshit. Type
I
of-
knew.
was like-
I think everything's bullshit, but I'm like,
Yeah.
that's definitely bullshit.
I go
Dude,
into saying it's fake, and then you have to prove to me it's real.
Yeah.
Do you think the
I-
ghost of Kiev was fake?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. That was real, guys.
Oh, it was Sam. Well,
Shut up.
Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde was a good.
You're gonna pull up the
Rick.
picture of Sam Hyde.
Yeah, I was going to pull it up, and now it's ruined.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna pull it up.
All right.
Well, Dad stepped on my joke.
Well, try being funny.
But
This
But,
would
like,
have
this
been
was, like,
funny
the
if you hadn't
first-
ruined it.
it was like the first time for me that like war propaganda was coming at me. So I was like, oh man, I wonder what's true, what's real. And I didn't buy a lot of it, but for some reason the Ghost of Kiev, maybe I just wanted it to be true. I don't remember, but I definitely did. And then like the next day I had to be like, I'm retarded, guys. So like for this one, like I don't even know, like either on even like the Iran stuff, I'm like, you know, it's like Iran destroyed, downed an aircraft of an Israeli fighter jet, and I'm like, I don't, you know, that might be true.
Yeah,
I
both
don't
sides
know.
are going to be spewing fucking propaganda to sound better. Remember when during the Iraq War, when the Iraq general was like, "We pushed back the American army," and there's just tanks rolling through the street behind him.
Yeah, yeah, dude. That I mean, I think that campaign lasted 45 days, something like that.
What was it? 60 days to Iraq, 40, 30, whatever the fuck it was. It was like a
Yeah.
month. I can't remember.
Yeah, Fallujah was the hardest part, and
Yeah.
I mean that was rough. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't take long.
Yeah, Iraq just couldn't come up with the really like creative lies that the U.S. did, like babies and incubators.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, is this true? Because I'm gonna fall for this if this is fake.
Yes,
Dude,
Adam.
no, it's not,
This can't be fucking true.
dude. I don't even think it's the same year.
What's Leo?
When
Frank?
was the
You don't know Leo
the
Frank?
reason ADL exists?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. No. That
Leo
was
Frank was a
Now I
pedophile
know,
murderer. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
It
they
is so
tried to
funny
bring
how
a
they-
black
you know,
guy,
you know.
and
Yeah,
the
the-
KKK was like,
They pinned it on a
no.
black guy. The KKK was like, nope, it was definitely the Jew. We're gonna hang him.
That's how we unite the races.
That's right.
there. By the way,
Yeah,
also
that's pretty-
slightly off topic, but kind of on topic of Anne Frank. Helen Keller is America's Anne Frank. That's what I believe. Also,
Well, they're not really this. What? She went to Harvard, not freaking Birkin.
bro, I'm talking about the
Birkenstocks.
story behind Helen Keller is bullshit.
Yeah, like the story.
Oh,
about
well,
her-
yeah, it's BS.
There's
Yeah.
a
that's
story
what I
about
meant.
her flying a plane, dude.
But I think
Yeah.
there's a lot more real in Anne Frank's story than there is in, like, it's all BS for Anne Frank.
Wait, what? What's your point?
I think
Like,
he meant,
Anne-
he meant
Anne
Helen
Frank is-
Keller.
Wait, no. Helen Keller is 100% BS. Anne Frank, Anne Frank is not 100% BS.
I think Anne Frank existed and Helen Keller didn't.
Helen Keller didn't exist.
No,
I think she existed.
Definitely. I just think what's her face was
The sister or whatever
No,
was just like
the taker and singer, whatever the fuck her name was.
whatever.
Anne
Whoever that
Sullivan.
person was.
Sullivan.
Whatever, I was close. I got Anne right. Who cares? She's a woman. But like I got that right. Yeah, I think she was the grifter. Because every other
Oh, yeah.
teacher that went to Helen, I'm gonna keep saying Anne Frank. God damn it! Every other teacher that went to Helen Keller before her was like, "This bitch is retarded. Like we can't do anything to help her." And then she's like, I could do it. And then magically, like, she did it. And then she made a successful book tour and speaking tour and made like a lot of money off it. I don't buy it.
Yeah, I think she was just totally retarded and just made weird like mumbling noises. They're like, no, she just can't hear or speak or
But
see.
she's a genius. She's going to Harvard or Yale or whatever. You think they ever tried to get her laid? You think they like thought that maybe? I don't want to talk about that. That's really weird.
Oh, you were going down a good rabbit hole. I was for it, and then you bailed.
You guys go ahead, but
no, it was your theory. I wanted to hear your theory.
I mean, it's just like you want your people to be complete people and like your friends to be complete people. And if they believed that she was like, that they were communicating in some way, I'm pretty sure she was just lying. But if she actually believed it herself, that Helen Keller was communicating, then it's possible that through like maybe they had some sort of special language where they could communicate, or maybe it wasn't a special language, but it was just the lady convinced herself that she could understand cues from Helen Keller when there were none there, which would mean that she could misinterpret cues, and that Helen Keller could have communicated to her, hey, I want some dick, and she wouldn't have known, and then this deaf blind woman would like be assaulted. And like I started this as a joke, but like I actually think that this is a real possibility now.
She's like hand sign, like, get me dick.
Basically, yeah.
She's
Think
over
that
there.
happened?
That would be, dude. Fucking Helen Keller would be pretty weird, right? 'Cause she'd
Yeah,
be,
could
like,
you-
signing dirty talk.
She's just screaming the whole time.
Well, she would probably not
keep my erection
understand
up.
what was happening because she can't see or hear, and so it's just then she's feeling this sensation she's never had before. It'd probably be very.
She wouldn't even
scary.
know I'm inside her.
Well, she has feel, right?
What would knock her unconscious? I can't have that flopping around.
And
the
I
whole
wouldn't
time.
know if I'm doing a good job either because she has to like sign when she's coming, probably.
Just
Yeah,
this.
what if I don't know the sign for no?
Nah.
Well,
That's
maybe
right. It's not, it's
the
not
woman,
rape. I don't understand sign language.
the woman would have to watch
know
to
what no is.
communicate because she had the special language. So, like, the woman could watch in like the cuck chair and like watch and then communicate, translate to the guy.
Yeah, Anne Sullivan. Yeah, I don't know if that's being a.
He was probably a
cuck, but
black guy. In
She was like a pimp.
1910, that was crazy.
Yeah, she was. She was a pimp too. You're right. She was Helen Keller's pimp too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
She's like, you're gonna see I fucking taught you, retard, and she just fucking slaps her in the back of the head. She's like,
Oh no.
I'm sad now.
This is your thought experiment.
Yeah, I know, and it's upsetting.
You're a bad person.
Yep.
It's okay. We're all bad people here.
Yeah.
Kyle looks very serious, and I feel like he didn't enjoy that conversation at all.
She called
Yeah,
she called her service only Anne's.
That's pretty good. I didn't know what Sam sounded very serious, and he thought she would just be feeling this sensation, and she wouldn't know what it was. That's all. Very
Yeah, Sam made it not funny. He made it creepy. Way to go, Sam. Stupid fucking
I think
twink.
I did.
No, you made it funny. He took it all serious.
Yeah.
Only Anne's is goddamn hilarious.
Dude, there's no way she was really blind and deaf because she would have just killed herself.
I don't think she knows what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Because how could you even like figure out like
You can't. Yeah.
how to even do it?
Right. Like, right. You're just slapping air, hoping you die. Like,
Yeah,
what
but I
are you
mean,
gonna
like-
do?
But you probably eventually just do it like accidentally, right? You just walk off a cliff or something.
Yeah.
They needed a sheepdog around her 24/7 to fucking herd her back to the range.
Yeah.
A fucking cattle prod. Hey,
Hey, bitch, get over here. Oh man, I'm gonna get in a car accident tonight and die on the way home. That's gonna be the last. This is why I go to hell.
you maybe, what I was trying to think of a funny name for it, but I couldn't. I was trying to think of like the male name for Helen. I don't know what it would be.
Harold.
You could be Harold
Hal?
Keller.
Hal,
We'll
yeah,
tell the
Hal.
story. Yeah, we'll tell the story of Harold Keller, Adam, after he got into a car accident, became dumb, deaf, and blind. And
Whoa,
figured it
dude.
out anyways.
I give you permission to kill me if that happens.
Hold up.
I'm telling you right now.
If you're born from a baby, think Helen Keller, same thing, but it's a guy, and the male counterpart to the other lady, trying to get Harold Keller
Yeah.
some
Man
pussy.
Sullivan, yeah.
get Harold Keller some pussy. That's a comedy movie with freaking Will Ferrell. We can make that.
Yeah. I can see the trailer now. She's dumb, blind, and mute. He is also dumb, blind, and mute.
Oh, there's two of them.
They accidentally meet.
Yeah.
So this is kind of how mentally challenged people have sex, and they do. You guys know about this?
What?
You guys know about this?
They,
We're
like,
on
I'm
YouTube. What
assuming
are you about
chained
to
to
do?
a wall.
they do it accidentally? What?
No,
People
okay.
pimp them out?
So some people with mental disabilities, they
Yeah.
have guardians because they're not they're legally not capable of making their own decisions. But if they want to, they can consent to it, but they need parent consent. So you need chaperones. So two people with a mental diagnosis could be trying to get it on. And then separate chaperones have to chaperone this for safety and consent and whatnot.
I'd be a chaperone. I'd watch that.
No, okay.
Sir, you can't be jerking off the whole time. Oh, my bad. That's all I wanted. Sitting in a chair with a cigarette.
Well, it just reminded me of that bad story. There was this woman who was I think a doctor or caretaker for this retarded black guy or something, and she basically raped him. And I don't know if she got off on all the charges.
No, she got off.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely got off. She was like, no, he consented. It's what the fuck? Oh my God, man.
I guess, yeah, good point.
very
Prove he didn't
disturbing.
consent. That would be my defense if I was a lawyer. Prove he didn't. He didn't say no.
She just wanted his retarded black cock, man.
RBC.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's a new porn category.
Dude, I bet he orgasmed crazy.
He fell out of his
Typo and Kyle
wheelchair.
are so serious looking this whole time. It's making me not want to have fun.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are so
Yeah.
stone cold staring into the camera.
I was kind of looking at something else because
You brought me on the show, man.
What are your
Yeah.
takes? What you don't have any takes on what we're discussing? It's crazy that I'm participating in this.
Let me think.
Yep.
What
Yep.
should my opinion be? Hot take. Don't.
Fair.
it's
No,
not
that's
allowed.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if a blind chick grabs your dick, then I think you would assume that she's probably into you, right?
No, 'cause
That's enough for me to say sure.
she might have done it accidentally, right? Because she can't see anything.
Yeah, but what? Okay, what if she grabs and then starts kind of playing with it a little bit?
Wait, blind and deaf? Because if she's just blind and,
Well-
she's like, I'm sorry, and grab my dick, whore.
Well, for me, I think she just thinks that mine is braille.
that was pretty good.
This can't be a human penis because it's just so short and stubby. What am I touching?
Which letter is one single tiny dot?
Hold on. Can I say something without everybody getting mad?
At
Yep.
the store
I'm kidding. I'm
the
kidding.
other day, and I saw this married couple with
Oh,
Down
Jesus
syndrome.
Christ.
Why did your jaw just drop? Do you think that just because a person has Down syndrome, they aren't interested in love and relationship?
Don't sound like the video.
Of course we are. It's simple. It seems like we could use our course
Wait, pause
on
this because I don't want to get fucking pulled on YouTube, but that is funny. Have you guys seen all the OnlyFans whores and Instagram fitness models using Down syndrome filters to
Yes.
get dudes to sub? That seems more immoral than anything we've said tonight, honestly.
I've seen it and I came instantly.
That's horrible.
It's
wait.
for the Thunberg.
Excellent, Heather. Absolutely excellent.
Dude, Down syndrome people I don't think that they should fuck because biologically, I'm pretty sure they can't conceive children. So it's God
I
is
don't
telling
think that's true. Is
God
that
is telling
true?
them do not fuck.
I think a
it's-
chromosomal issue means they can't. I think,
I'm
Is
pretty
it like
sure
the
it's
midget
true.
thing where if two
No, but
midgets
they don't
fuck,
have
you
a
a normal
chromosome
sized
problem.
child? Yeah, they kind
but yes.
I think there might be
but it's not a chromosome issue. You freaking you're lacking some, or you got an extra.
I think they might have there might be really rare stories where somehow two Downs people are I think it's that a Downs man
All right,
can't
hold on.
father a child or something. But I think there have been a few that are known that like I guess have, and it was like a total miracle.
So it has to be like
50% of females with Down syndrome are fertile and can have children. The risk of their child having Down
told you.
syndrome is around 50%.
No, but what about
that's
the,
pretty
Most
high.
males are
pretty high.
infertile
yeah, so
due to a lack
right,
of sperm production.
right, yeah.
Rare cases.
Yeah, their sperm is just so retarded it just can't figure anything out.
It
just
swims
kinda sits there.
But the egg just has to sit there and be retarded, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Lex, you're
Like
not
a
watching
woman?
Law and Order like fucking boomers. All right, that show sucks. I don't fucking know
Which Law and Order?
all of them.
SVU was all right.
That's
parents love
autism
it.
though, Milmark. Love on the Spectrum, which by the way, great show. No, I love that. Love on
It's
the
not
Spectrum
all
so much.
autism. They call it that, but it's not all autism. But yeah,
Whatever.
it is.
My
There are
favorite is
Down
just
syndrome
how
There are.
blunt they are with like the Australian version is this guy Michael. And they're like, Michael, do you find that girl
Yes.
attractive? He's like, no, she's ugly.
I love Michael, dude. Michael's the
I'm like,
best
yeah,
on the Australian
Get
one.
that bitch.
I probably should watch this now. The Netflix has one that is just all Downs people, right? It's called Down for Love.
Oh, I haven't seen
can't be
that
real.
one.
Is that real? I'm watching
I
it.
think it is.
I'm
I'm pretty
watching
sure
tonight.
it is.
That's pretty awesome.
It's honestly a really good show. It's really like relatable.
For you.
For me, yeah.
No, I said that to let it like simmer as a joke, but I actually do think it's really relatable because it's like dating down to the base level. So and they get awkward and it's really obvious. So it's like I recognize like it's like broken down to its most basic. So it's like very easy to recognize your own like more complex issues dating, I guess.
It is funny because they just a lot of the dudes especially love animals like me, and I'm like, am I autistic? Because they just like name your favorite animals. Mine's a hippo, a rhino, a bear. I'm like, yeah, those are fucking awesome animals, dude. You're nailing this date.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Shit, they would
Yo.
love me. I'm Toad. I am an animal.
And yeah, there you go. I have my little Bucky
Down for
squirrel right
love.
there, and then I have a little
Oh,
Jaws
God.
thing right there. Oh my!
That is a fucked up face.
Wait, this is a real show. You weren't kidding.
It's literally called
Down for love, yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
so this is like Love on the Spectrum, but for Down syndrome. Got it. Okay.
Is she like 12?
That girl looks like she's 10 years old. So maybe we don't watch
They
the show.
they all look like they are. I'm kind of creeped out.
Oh, this
my
one's they're cute. Look at that. Oh, she loves him.
Yeah, they're all right.
I'm talking like I talk to my cats right now. Jesus, that's kind of disrespectful.
I like that kid's moves actually. Like, yeah, that kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's,
dude,
he's
knows.
risen up, dude. He's risen up.
Yeah,
He looks aggressively British, but I think this is in America. Doesn't he look British?
He looks like a foot.
He looks like the foot soldier symbol from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
he
like
mostly
Hellman.
he mostly
Yeah,
looks
it's the
like
thumb.
the thumb. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the whole
This
head is
series
shit.
follows New
No, it is
Zealanders
British.
Oh.
It is British. They're British.
They have a British accent?
I knew the guy was British just by looking at him, and he had Down
affection,
syndrome.
to love and be loved.
Will you be
Or
my
is it like-
boyfriend?
But finding
You
that
have an English
special
accent.
person isn't always easy.
Tip of the day, Twitchy Duel is a princess.
This series
Dude, that,
See, I couldn't tell that they were British because they just sound the same.
Down syndrome people do rule though, for the most part.
Oh,
Most
I
of them are
love
pretty
them.
fucking based. Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
just
I know
balls of fun.
some. Yeah, they're like
Some are
dude,
assholes, but most rule.
I've never met any that are assholes. Like
Very
I
rarely.
absolutely have.
Really? Oh, they're always
Yeah.
like,
oh, but they're
super
bad
happy.
when they are.
Yeah.
They can be real aggressive.
Mhm. And they'll use
Very
it for
rarely.
their advantage too. Like they're not like dumb. Like they'll be like, people
Oh, yeah.
know I'm gonna be an asshole about it. You're
Oh.
like, God
The
damn.
ones
dude.
that I know are just like super happy all the time.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, friendly, happy.
Yeah.
I don't know any Down syndrome people. Like
They're kind of going extinct because
You
they're
gotta get
being
out
like aborted. But
They're going.
I
They're
think
going
that
extinct. They're going extinct because they can't procreate.
well, there will always
50%
be more
they're like
babies
pandas,
with Down
dude.
syndrome. But
Wasn't
unfortunately,
that how Iceland got rid of, like, essentially almost got rid of Down syndrome? Is they
yes.
Yeah.
like they have to get abortions?
Yeah, they're
I don't
no
know if they
fun.
have to.
They're
but that
they're no
would make
fun
sense.
over there.
They're like the Iranian version of the Troon thing. They're like, you gotta.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you you should just let them be born and just fix it, afterwards. Just cut out the chromosome,
Get what's the fucking
splice it out or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know anything about like that shit, but that
CRISPR.
makes sense to me, Toad.
That's right.
Just take it out. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
man? We went from World War III to Retards dating on a show pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean it's
Every
it's
like
cool.
hour, it's the same. No, there's really not a new update. Every hour on Twitter is like, we're going to war, and then the White House comes out and be like, we're not going to war, and then like an hour later, someone's like, we're going to war. And then the White
I
House
mean,
comes out and
well,
says, "We're not
they
going to
did.
war."
Where is it? They were saying there have been like some preparations for some stuff, but it's so hard to tell what the fuck's exactly going on right now. And the White House did, I think, blatantly lie about the fact that they said that they didn't know about this strike in advance when Trump was saying like weeks ago that like, hey, that, you know, we're going to hit you like you've never been hit before or something like that. And then all of a sudden it happens. And
That's what I tell my wife.
yeah.
Wasn't
But
that
I think there's no way the U.S. There's only one of two options here. And this is the same deal with the Ukraine deal. Whenever Ukraine tried to basically assassinate Putin. Either they didn't know, and that says a lot that you're not paying attention, because Trump did say he didn't want daily updates in the mornings anymore at one point. I think he gets them like every other day now. And
That'd be me as
for them to not know
the
that
mornings are for
Israel-
me. Don't bother me right now.
Yeah. But to not know that Israel was going to strike Iran, I'm sorry, I can't believe that they didn't know that.
No, didn't like Reed Cooley tweeted out something. I forget which Twitter account it was, but some Twitter account had basically implied that they had that information like 12 hours before like anybody even knew about it. So I don't know. There's go check his Twitter, Reed Cooley. There's something like that. Like a couple days ago, he tweeted it out. I was somewhat confused because I don't understand the difference between PM and AM, but that's a different story. I was like, that means it was.
You know,
right
Netflix
before.
has a show that you might be right for, Toad. I know you need a woman down for love. They might be going for.
You
season
should
2.
try out for it and see if you could pass.
Dude, I applied to Love on the Spectrum and I've not heard back. Yeah, and I applied. I applied for. I applied
like
for.
we saw your ukulele video.
I applied
You
for
actually fit
Virgin
right in.
Island as well.
Toad on Temptation Island would be fucking
What is
fire,
that?
dude.
I gotta get a call back, man. Virgin Island?
Is that a TV show? Virgin, like, or just?
Yeah, I
the
think
US
it's on
Virgin
Hulu.
Island?
They throw a bunch of virgins on an island.
Are you
Are they all
serious?
hot though? Because I don't
That
buy
sounds
it.
awesome.
They all better be
Oh, it's
just
British.
I don't know.
threes.
I've never watched it. I don't know, but some are born again virgins though.
Oh, that doesn't count.
That's like the Holocaust
That's
survivor
bullshit.
thing. Just padding
I know.
stats.
I know. It's not
Bullshit.
real, man.
It's not real, man.
God damn
The
it.
the winner becomes the one true virgin and gets thrown into a volcano. Actually,
I finally saw that video of that guy saying, "Get that bitch off the plane," and there's another
Finally?
word.
God, it's a
No.
2-year-old video.
you hadn't seen.
I know, but I
For a
never
few
saw. I
years.
literally never saw it until
Wouldn't
last
tell
week.
anybody.
Wait, this is Virgin Island.
Wouldn't brag about it. Would.
The
Oh my
blonde's the
God.
only pretty one.
This one
This
right
show
here.
makes sense. This show checks
the
out.
chick way over to the right, yeah, and then the
She's got to be a born again virgin.
All right, the blonde is the blonde is. Come on.
Yeah,
What are we
there's
talking
no
about?
way-
Born again. The rest of them, this
Yeah.
guy born again.
I don't know the blonde chick with the lips,
And him.
like she's not a
Yeah.
virgin.
No, she's
This chick
dick.
fucks. She fucks.
I bet you that hefty redhead fucks too. Black dudes, but
She definitely
still.
sucks dick, but maybe she's technically a virgin.
Or maybe
Yeah, it's
anal.
like, yeah, I was gonna say what like a lot of it's like it's a Catholic school girl joke, right? It's like, well, I do anal, so I'm technically a virgin. It's like,
Yeah, the other poop hole loophole. Yeah, I mean most of these
The other-
dudes. To be
That's
fair,
worse.
all the
You get why that's
dudes,
worse, right?
all the dudes look like they're virgins, and the person in the front middle, I don't even know what gender they are.
yeah, it's like
Oh,
some sort of asexual, pansexual thing.
So I definitely believe that person is a virgin because who would fuck somebody where they don't even know what the fuck gender they are?
And why is
They're
that guy in the
completely
middle? That's
unfuckable.
weird.
Yeah, why is the blonde not in the middle? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Feminism ruined everything.
Yeah, you want to watch this show? Put the hot chick in the middle.
I'm gonna watch that show.
You're gonna watch it when I'm on the next season of it. You're gonna watch.
No,
it.
we got to get you in the hot person show, the Temptation Island. That one. That's what we got to get you on.
Dude,
we
I
got to
tried out
really
for,
blow up the paradigm.
I tried out for what was that show? It was a show where I think it only was like one season. It was like basically this hot chick was deciding between all these like nerd dudes. You remember this show? I can't remember the name of it though.
Was that on MTV back in the day?
I don't think it was MTV. I tried out for it, but I didn't get that either.
You should get on one of those YouTube black guy dating shows like Drewski or something.
It was called Beauty and the
They
Geek.
would love you, I
Beauty and
think.
the
Oh, I
Geek.
remember
is what
that
it was
show,
called. Yeah,
Toad.
yeah.
I do remember
I
that
tried
show.
out for it. Yeah.
Remember Next? Remember the show Next?
No.
You don't remember that show? Dude, this is peak
No.
like early 2000s MTV reality, which is this great shit content. They were like on a bus, like a tour bus, and there'd be like a chick in the back, and guys would walk on the bus, and she would either like choose to go out with them or just like have a conversation with them, and then she would say next if she wants to like just keep going through the line of dudes.
Oh.
But sometimes the dude
It's
just
like
walk on the
chat
bus.
roulette, but real.
Yes. But the funniest shit is sometimes the dude just walk on the bus, and before he even sat down, she'd be like, next. And the guys have to defeatedly turn around and walk off without even saying anything. Remember Room Raiders?
What?
Room Raiders?
No.
God damn it.
Oh, I thought you
This is
said
great.
Womb. I thought you said Womb
No,
Raiders.
that's a different show. That's on the deep web.
Yeah.
Room Raiders was fucking great. Room Raiders was like a dude or chick was like the host of that episode, and they would have like a bunch of potential suitors, either male or female, right? And they would go into their room and just search through their room with like a black light, and there would just cum everywhere. And every
Oh.
episode was just cum on all the dudes' rooms. There's just like lines.
Oh my
of cum.
God.
Yeah, it's so funny. And they would pick
Wow.
off that, so they wouldn't see what you looked like. They would just pick off what your room was, and then you like get to date them at the end. Great show.
So it was literally just a show where you like look at dudes cum. That's pretty gay.
Well, no, the other version was in the chick, like guys would search chicks' rooms too,
Oh.
which also had cum in it.
Which, yeah, I was gonna say, same thing. Yeah.
It really was just a black light show about cum. Really, really what it
Sounds
was.
kind of hot.
It was great. Fucking awesome show. I loved early 2000s reality TV. It was so good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
they
old.
got reality TV for everything now.
But they're
You're
not
looking
good
through-
now.
You're looking through the dude's room, and you have to make sure that you find a woman's cum in his room. Otherwise, like it's just his own. You're like, what a fucking loser.
You got to play Twister on the non-cum patches in his room.
Yeah.
So you're just standing there loaded with cum.
Uh,
Yeah, but that was a great show.
It's called Jizzter. That one wasn't very good.
That was all right. I liked it.
you shot your shot. I could dig it.
What was the other one? Cheaters.
Oh yeah.
Where the guy got
I
stabbed
remember
from that
that.
show. The
Wait,
host
what?
got stabbed.
I don't remember that.
Jesus.
I remember the show.
You
Yeah, the
okay, you
host
know
got
what-
stabbed.
You know what you just reminded me of? My band played at this. This was so odd. It was out in the middle of the woods, essentially in Ohio, and there was just like a stage, and there was a dude wearing tie dye. And I remember my singer saying to him at one point, she said, "Dude, you're in tie dye. Why are you yelling?" And then later that night, that motherfucker got stabbed and carried out on a stretcher. Yeah, dude wearing tie dye yelling got stabbed. And I was
Well,
like,
dude,
"Oh,
you were in
I'll
tie
remember
dye.
that one."
It's a metal show. Like if you're wearing tie dye, that's not metal. You're gonna get stabbed.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
fair.
metal.
That's like a
It's like, what
gazelle
do you
walking
expect?
into a lion's den, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I think you're looking for Woodstock, which is not what this is.
Mm.
Gotta hold your P's and Q's if you're going into that. I feel like also tie-dye shirt wearing dudes are always in like to the shit at the end of the night. Like they're the ones tripping out the most on like LSD.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that the guy? Was it? I don't. Maybe I'm just misremembering. But the guy who ran into the fire in Burning Man, was he wearing a tie-dye shirt, or am I just making that up?
He was probably naked, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right. He probably wasn't naked. But we could all agree he was probably wearing a tie-dye shirt at some point of the day.
Probably.
At some point, that guy was wearing a tie-dye shirt.
He was probably wearing that and nothing else. He was tie-dye shirt dicking.
Oh fuck, dude. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
The show was a
Yeah.
little all over the place, but I'm good with it, man.
Yeah,
That's what I love
never,
about the
never
show.
went to Burning Man, but I had a one of my coworkers at my first company, and he like never mentioned this at all. And he was this like really short, kind of old, like probably in his 50s, I guess, fat, ugly computer programmer with like this red tuft of hair that made him look like what a troll doll is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like one of those troll dolls. And then we found out, like one day, I remember being at lunch with some of my other coworkers, and somebody had Googled him or something. We're like, dude, this guy, his name is Andy. You might know him, Adam, because he's in the comedy scene. He's one of the pioneers of nude comedy.
Oh no.
Oh, I know this guy.
You know
I don't
him?
know him.
Oh.
I don't know him personally, but I know of this guy.
Yeah, I worked with that guy. And we found that out by finding his like page online. Like my coworker like didn't even tell us what he had found. He just puts his phone in our face. He's like, you want to see Andy naked? I'm like, what the fuck? It was better times back then, man, when you could look at your coworkers naked.
Heather, VH1 reality shows were also nuts. You guys remember Rock of Love?
No.
Yo.
Oh man. Fucking
Oh, you remember Rock of Love
I don't think so.
with
No,
Bret
Rock-
Michaels?
Rock- Yeah, Bret Michaels was like trying to find a wife.
Oh yes, I do remember that.
And they
Yeah, I
filmed
remember
season
that.
2 a month after the first show ended.
That's
That show was
so
great.
funny.
He would also constantly talk about diabetes, like his own diabetes, but he would say diabetes the whole time.
Wait, did he? Bret Michaels said that really?
Really?
Yes, go watch the old episodes.
Okay. Did you?
He's like,
Bret
my
Michaels-
diabetes was acting up today.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because Bret Michaels actually grew up about a half hour away from where I live now. He was born and raised in Butler.
Really? I thought he seemed like a West Coast dude. I didn't know he was an East Coast dude. That's
Nope, he was
crazy.
born here. My one friend back when I was in like high school, middle school, his dad went to school with him.
It really goes to show you, if you just write one banger, you could just live off that forever.
Well, you know, he had quite a few good tunes though.
It must
that,
be
like,
really hard to try to find
Wish.
love after being a rock star for so long, but you just got to have faith.
Poison was like the absolute gayest hair metal band, really.
What,
their-
Adam?
their
Did you
first
not
album
like
cover was
that?
pretty gay.
What?
I don't like how you said it was just enthusiasm. Like, I could see you going like this afterwards.
Well, the joke is that song is by a guy named George Michael,
Yeah,
so
I
I was
got it.
hoping to be called out for
No, I got
getting
it. That's why I
yes.
rolled my eyes in disgust.
I
It's fucking
gotcha.
terrible.
I wanted you to yell at me, but you're a pussy, so you won't.
I will kill you in my bare hands.
Gotta have faith.
And he was gay.
Oh yeah,
Very gay.
he was
Mr.
gay,
Michaels.
but Carol's Whisper is a banger, man.
Yeah.
Seether did a good cover of that song.
Wait, who
Yeah,
did?
I remember.
Seether.
I didn't.
Se-
I
oh,
didn't,
Seether, you're right. Yeah, I remember
Seether?
that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I had no idea who George Michael was, but I heard the Seether version when I was like a teenager, and I had it on my phone or MP3
Good
player.
banger too.
And my dad's like, What is that on your? What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's the song by Seether. It's pretty good." And he's like, "This is George Michael, you fag." I'm like,
So, did you guys ever see the dude who has a saxophone and runs around in the mall playing Careless Whisper?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it. Careless Whisper.
I know that Josh Reddick used to use that as his walk-up song in baseball, though.
Oh yeah, Sexy Sax Man. Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh, this
Solid
video is
choice.
so great.
That is a good choice.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, if I was a major league baseball player, I would have ridiculous songs as well. I would like people who take themselves serious. Like it's baseball.
Yeah,
first
that's
of all,
why
so
he
calm
did
the
it,
fuck
yeah.
down. Yeah, it's like
People chew tobacco while they play it. It can't be that serious.
yeah, I would have like Party in the USA or something just wild.
It's like everybody has like some rap song that
Yeah.
nobody wants to hear, or like
calm down.
Welcome to the Jungle. Like those
Yeah.
are the- that was Kurt Schilling's. It feels like everybody used that one. It's like no, do something different.
In
forgot who
soccer,
I forgot
they
who
have
the
goal
Yankees-
songs, and
Yeah,
we had a
hockey does
guy. What's that?
Hockey does too.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
soccer they have goal songs, and there was this guy, Diego, I forget it, or something Diego, and when his goal song was "Go Diego Go" from fucking Dora the Explorer.
That's a good
That's
one.
pretty. That's
Oh my
pretty
God.
funny.
It was
Also-
hilarious. We loved it. Yeah, New
Rex,
England
great
Revolution.
point. That's right. He got caught in a bathroom stall, didn't he? Blowing dudes.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Really?
Oh, yeah, brother.
George, I'm pretty sure.
Was it a glory hole?
I mean, you would have to imagine it. What else could it be?
Could be two dudes in a stall.
But I want to believe it's a glory hole. I want to believe those were real.
Toad
And they
wants
exist.
details.
"Would it make it better?" And
Glory holes are definitely real, man.
I mean, like where they're as prevalent as like I want them to be. Like in I like
At the
mystique of
right
it.
bars, yeah. Which one of them I've been to.
There's never a chick on the other side of that wall.
when I was in when I was in 29 bombs, the people like when I was stationed in the Marine Corps, people told me a place I could go to, but they're like, "Don't look through the hole, man." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a penis in your eye. That's not what you
How
want.
desperate are you?
But yeah, dude, I did karaoke more than once. There's a gay bar in Boston. It's I don't even know if it's still around. I think it's called the Alley.
All of Boston.
Well, like, but everybody there like thought I was gay, so I would get like free drinks out of it. And I did like,
Hey.
one time I sang gay bar at the gay bar, and the dudes like loved that. It was awesome.
They should do a
But
show.
they tried to
a re-
fuck me, which I did not
Well,
enjoy.
yeah, it comes with the
as much,
stipulation of getting free drinks. They should do a reality show where it's a bunch of gay dudes and one non-gay dude, and you have to fool them that you're gay the whole
They
time.
have
You win a
done
head.
that.
Oh. No, and people have to figure out which one of the dudes is actually not gay.
Yes, that would have been sick.
It's
All
like
right, well,
it's like the gay version of the mole.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of. But apparently they did it. Sam had to ruin my fucking fun.
You can call it the hole.
It's called
I don't
glory
know.
hole. Playing it straight. God damn it.
No, I didn't know this existed. Man, people have thought of everything.
Oh, 2004? Holy shit. Maybe I just consciously remember this.
It's not really. I would believe that you just thought of it on your own. Like, I think a lot of people think of this idea and then they're like, oh, the liability.
Oh, so they were all competing for a woman, I guess, and the woman was trying to eliminate the ones who were gay.
Oh, so that's a slight different twist to my idea. I was saying all dudes, and you got to fool the other gay dudes that you're gay too, and then at the end, you win money.
Oh, they've done that. Not like a major network, but like YouTube. People made YouTube videos where it's a bunch of. But the guy that was straight.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I am straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight.
That dude with that vest is definitely gay.
I think it's easier as a gay dude to play a straight guy than a straight guy to play a gay dude, because we would just use stereotypes the whole time. Like we would talk with the list.
The video I saw that it was the straight guy being a gay guy. He like went to his gay friends and was like getting coached by them for like a week. Like he was like, I got serious, and he almost won because it was so convincing. Like when I was listening to him, I was like, dude, he might actually be gay, dude. I think
He's character acting, just sucking dicks, taking.
What kind of straight guy has a bunch of gay friends?
Good point,
A closeted
Sam.
gay
Good
one.
point,
Yeah,
Sam.
when I saw him blow that guy, I believed him, man.
It was so convincing. Shit.
Oh my god.
God damn it. All my ideas are fucking outdated.
There was one of those videos that's from Jubilee. It's one of my favorite YouTubes. There was an odd one out. They do that sometimes with like different mixes, like races and stuff. And they did one once where it was just 7 black guys, all of them thinking that they were the only black guy in a group of 6 white guys and them, and they were all black guys. And it was hilarious. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And they were like all stereotyping white dudes and acting white and bad at it, and it was funny.
That's pretty good.
One of them was like, "Oh yeah, I don't really like gospel. I don't mess with gospel." I'm like, a white guy would never say that because they would never consider gospel.
It's that
unless
Dave
they're from
Chappelle
like a
joke.
few southern states.
Where he's talking about the Jussie Smollett thing. And he's like, so they said, you're the faggot from Power. He's like, that's not something a white guy would say. It's something I would say.
Yeah. Because a white guy wouldn't watch that show.
Right.
So like, it doesn't make any sense.
It was called Empire, man. Empire.
Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Cool.
This has been fun though. This has been a good app. We went from really serious to absolute fucking not serious with all in an hour. Love it.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Toad, where can everybody find you, brother?
Learn to Toad on Twitter. No
Great
longer
name, by the way.
no longer the Tower Gang podcast. Although if you can still subscribe to the Patreon and hang out with us in a Telegram if you want. Patreon.com/TowerGang, and you get all the bonus content is still accessible up there if you do that. I do still have a Give Send Go because I also got fired for playing Heil Hitler on ukulele, so that's up there. GiveSendGo.com/TowerGang Toad, which probably only be up for a couple more days. And I'm gonna be at Bohemian Grove later this week, which is Friday, Saturday in somewhere in Central Florida. I don't even know
It's Lee's
where.
Summit.
Lee's Summit? I have no idea. It was going to be in Leesburg. I don't know where the hell it is now because that show got canceled as well, which is why Tower Gang no longer exists pretty much. But Bohemian Grove is still going on. There are probably still tickets for that. So all of those things and my betting show, Better Off Dead, which is obviously what people know me for.
Obviously. I threw that in the YouTube thing so people can go subscribe to that. Guys, follow me on. I'm still suspended for another day on Twitter. I had a week.
What?
Yeah, I was a week off of Twitter. So I'm back tomorrow. So follow me at Adam Nutter. And please like and subscribe to this video. We're gonna take over Tower Gang spot. We're gonna be the new Tower Gang. No, I'm kidding. Go follow Toad though. Toad's the fucking best. I was. It's not funny when you say you're not.
Buy into the bit, man.
Jesus Christ, that's the worst.
a Common Crown's playing at the Hazen Flea Market this weekend. So if you're in northern Pennsylvania, we're playing a 2-hour set with a whole shitload of coverage. It's gonna be really, really cool. And then we're playing with Paradise Kitty on Monday. It's an all-female Guns N' Roses tribute band, so that'll be a lot of fun up at Jurgles. Thursday night, I got Basil
They
coming
show
on the
full
show, and everybody seemed to really like my show with Tom Luongo last week. So go check that out in Liberty and Health Komatovic on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you guys.
At The Real Typo on Twitter and Biting the Bullet. Go check us out. That's all I got.
Follow me on MySpace.